Hello? Hello, Tui? Hello?
Hello,
Hi.
teacher.
Hi. Hello. Good morning, Tui. How are you today?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm good too. Thank you. So, shall we start now, Toy?
Yes.
Yeah. So, without further ado, let's start our lesson so that we can be able to have a lot of discussions together. Okay.
Yes.
I hope you can see the presentation, Toy. Can you see it?
Yes, I can see,
Yeah.
teacher.
Okay. So, I'm going to make it bigger so that you can be able to see them. Very well. Okay. So I heard your audio presentation or your homework toy, and again, you did a good job again because actually at this time, okay, I can what is one? I can hear that you speak clearly, you speak slowly,
Yes.
but there is emphasis. Okay, because in an English language or talking English language, it's very important to give emphasis. Okay,
Yes.
so that the person or the people who are listening to you could be able to understand what you are talking about. Okay? It doesn't necessarily mean to talk fast, to talk slang, okay? And
Yes.
it turns out that the person cannot understand you. Yeah? So just talk the normal one. That's just like what you did, Toy. So I want you to keep that up. I hope you won't be able to forget that one. So keep on
Yes.
practicing so that you won't be able to forget, okay, the intonation, because the intonation, the stress, it's very important. Okay? Okay, so you did a good job. Before we have to begin or to start with the continuation of our lesson, let's try to have a recap first of our words that we have here. So we understood already what's a guest house, what's a campsite, what's a hostel, and what's a hotel. And we put them in order, okay, according to the cheapest up to the most expensive one. And we already gave our opinion. Why is it that would be the cheapest, and why is it that would be the most expensive one? Okay, so let's start now. Okay, so this time we will be going to have a listening activity at the Tourist Information Center, or we call this one as the TIC. Okay, so this one is TIC. I don't know if in Vietnam you have also the so-called uh, Tourist Information Center. Do you have that one, Thuy, in Vietnam?
Yes, I should have.
Yeah, so maybe you have also that one, but sometimes it's a different call, right? It's the
Yes.
different calling, because here in the Philippines we call that one as tourism office. Yeah, so the TTO, tourism office. Okay, but
Ah,
in
yes.
London, yeah, in London they call that one as the Tourist Information Center. The work of the Tourist Information Center actually, Toy, is to give exact informations for those who are travelers, right? For those who wanted to, let's say, to go to London, since they are new, so they can give right informations to all the travelers if they wanted to go to the Tourist Information Center. Okay, now let's try to understand this one. But in this particular lesson, right? So we have here Anki is a German tourist. So maybe he came from, or she came from Germany. So she has just arrived in Vancouver, Canada. So in Vancouver is in Canada, and she
Ah,
is looking for an accommodation. she goes to the tourist information office. Yes, that's the right office if you are new in that particular place, right? Now let's try to listen to the conversation between Anki and Don. Who is Don? Don is the tourist information officer. Then after
Oh,
that, let's try to tick the types of accommodation in Get Ready that they talk about. So after we heard this audio presentation, we are going to tick in here what are the accommodations that they talk about. Okay, so are you ready, Tuy?
yes, already.
Okay, let's try to listen. 47.
Recording 47.
I've just arrived here in Vancouver. I'm looking for somewhere to stay.
What kind of accommodation would you like?
Can you recommend somewhere central? Near to the city, the shops, yeah?
Okay. Well, let's have a look. How about this one? The Pioneer. It's right in the center of town. It's nice. It's comfortable. You get your own room and bathroom. So, what do you think?
How much are we talking about?
Well, it's about $200 a night. But that includes breakfast.
Oh, it's too expensive for me.
Ah, okay. All right. So, let's have a look at something a bit cheaper here. Let's see. Well, here are some more hotels. They're all quite central and comfortable.
How much are they?
Well, the cheapest hotel is, let's see, the Vancouver Inn. This one's $110. It includes breakfast, and all the rooms have a bathroom, so that's good.
Oh, it's still a bit too expensive for me.
Okay, how about a hostel? This one here, BC Lodge. You see, it's $30 for a night.
What's it like?
Well, it's fairly typical. It's got shared bedrooms, and you'll be sharing a bathroom, of course. There are cooking facilities. You can cook stuff there, but breakfast is provided. It's fun, it's lively, good atmosphere.
Ah, okay. Yeah, so it's a better price for me, but I'm not keen on sharing a bedroom. And I can pay a little more than $30. No problem.
Okay. Well, I know just the thing. Here we go. This is a guest house, the Maple Leaf Villa.
And what about the price?
$60 a night. That's good. That's a good price, yeah. Cheaper than the hotels.
That sounds interesting. Can you tell me more about that?
It's very central. It's actually an historic building. Here's a photo. And you can see here that you get your own room. The bathroom's shared, but that's not so bad. You can see it's very comfortable.
Yeah, it looks good. Okay, maybe a good place for me. Could I have a look at it?
Okay, so what do you think would be, Tuy, the types of accommodation from the Get Ready, okay, in here that they are talking all about?
Talking about the
Actually, Dan recommended a lot of accommodation, right? Okay, so he was able to presented, okay, to Anki the possible accommodation that she can be able to look at, right? Or
Yeah.
So what do you think would be those accommodation that that Don mentioned all about? Okay, first, she was able to, or he was able to mention all about a hotel, right?
yeah.
Yeah, a hotel, but actually that hotel is going to be very expensive. Yeah, so that's why Anki cannot afford to pay for the amount. Okay, but although Dan informed her that the price is so expensive, but Okay, they don't. Or okay, so she will going to have her own room. Okay, she will going to have her own bathroom, and also the breakfast is included. Okay, but
Yeah.
the price is expensive. So that's the hotel, right? And then
Yeah.
after that one, Anki,
Sure.
yeah, decline. Okay, so according to her, she cannot afford to pay for that particular amount of accommodation. And then there's another one. Dan also suggested all about a hostel, right? Yeah. But the problem is a hostel actually is the cheapest one, but the problem would be she will going to have to share a room with others, with other guests. And then they will going to share a bathroom, and breakfast also is included. But according to Anki, she's not used to share room, right?
Yeah.
And then she's willing to pay a little more, a little bit higher than the amount of the lodge or the amount of the hostel. And then after that one, okay, so Dan also, what is that? Also, yes, also suggested all about, okay,
Guest house.
the guest house. Okay. And this particular guest house is higher a little bit when it comes to the hostel. Okay. And she will going to have her own room. Although they were going to share bathroom, but not so bad. Okay. And
Yes.
breakfast, what do you think? Is breakfast included? Oh, we don't know yet. Okay, so let's try to
Yeah.
understand that one later on. So these are only the three accommodations that the TIC or the Tourist Information Officer, okay, suggested to Anki as their guests. Okay, okay. Now look at this one point. Okay, these are now the table, okay, for the different places that Don, okay, suggested to Anki. So would you like to listen it again, or we have to continue now? Have you got already the idea, or would you like to listen it again?
Yeah.
Listen again.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So let's try to listen again and complete the table below. So we will going to write the price. Okay. Write yes, check, no, X, right? So for the yes,
Yeah.
we have to check. For the no, we have to put an X. Okay. So, but we need to fill in the correct price in here. Okay, let's try to listen.
Recording 47.
I've just arrived here in Vancouver. I'm looking for somewhere to stay.
What kind of accommodation would you like?
Can you recommend somewhere central? Near to the city, the shops, yeah?
Okay. Well, let's have a look. How about this one? The Pioneer. It's right in the center of town. It's nice. It's comfortable. You get your own room and bathroom. So, what do you think?
How much are we talking about?
Well, it's about $200 a night. But that includes breakfast.
Oh, it's too expensive for me.
Ah, okay. All right. So, let's have a look at something a bit cheaper here. Let's see. Well, here are some more hotels. They're all quite central and comfortable.
How much are they?
Well, the cheapest hotel is, let's see, the Vancouver Inn. This one's $110. It includes breakfast, and all the rooms have a bathroom, so that's good.
Oh, it's still a bit too expensive for me.
Okay, how about a hostel? This one here, BC Lodge. You see, it's $30 for a night.
What's it like?
Well, it's fairly typical. It's got shared bedrooms, and you'll be sharing a bathroom, of course. There are cooking facilities. You can cook stuff there, but breakfast is provided. It's fun, it's lively, good atmosphere.
Ah, okay. Yeah, so it's a better price for me, but I'm not keen on sharing a bedroom. And I can pay a little more than $30. No problem.
Okay. Well, I know just the thing. Here we go. This is a guest house, the Maple Leaf Villa.
And what about the price?
$60 a night. That's good. That's a good price, yeah. Cheaper than the hotels.
That sounds interesting. Can you tell me more about that?
It's very central. It's actually an historic building. Here's a photo. And you can see here that you get your own room. The bathroom shared, but that's not so bad. You can see it's very comfortable.
Yeah, it looks good. Okay, maybe a good place for me. Could I have a look at it?
Okay, so let's try to answer that one now, Toy. So actually, the one that he was able to offered would be the Pioneer, and that would be so expensive because the price is $200 or 200 bucks. But of course,
Yeah.
she will not going to share room. She has his own bathroom, and breakfast is included. But according to her, she can afford that. And then there's another hotel that Dan also suggested. And what would it be? It's the Vancouver Inn, right? So how much do you think would be the price of the Vancouver Inn?
110.
Yes, so that's going to be 110 bucks for a night, okay?
Yeah.
But of course, look at this one, the 110 bucks for a night is quite expensive, right? Okay, but this particular hotel, she will going to have, okay, what do you think? She will not going to share room. She has his own room, right?
Yeah.
She has his own bathroom.
That's right. Yes. Have breakfast.
Breakfast is
Have.
included, right? Okay.
So, yeah.
Yes. Next. But according to Anki, she couldn't afford that that price. And then there's another one she suggested, or he suggested, about a lodge or a hostel.
Yeah.
And then it was how much?
30.
Yes, so it's going to be $30 or 30 bucks. But
30 bucks.
yeah, but in this particular hostel,
Share.
there will be shared room, shared bathroom, and breakfast is also included.
No.
Okay.
Have.
Yes. Now, according to Anki, yeah, she's not keen of sharing a room. Okay. So that's why she can be able to pay a little bit higher than 30 bucks. So therefore, Don suggested about this particular guest house, right? Okay, and it costs how
60.
much? Okay,
60.
it costs $60 per night. Okay, and she can afford it. Okay, and how it looks like, according to her. So she will be going to have her own room, but there would
Share
be,
bathroom.
yeah, sharing a bathroom. And what about the breakfast?
No.
Yes,
Not included.
okay, it was not. Okay, it
Not.
was not mentioned. So therefore, we have to put a question mark, right? Because it was not mentioned in there. Now, let's
Yeah.
try to understand. Did you know, Tuy, that dollars are used in also in Canada, in US, Australia, and New Zealand? Okay, so they use also the same currency, which is dollars. A slang term, okay, a slang term for dollars is a box. That's why we can hear there, or we heard there, that they mention about bucks. Okay, 200 bucks, 110 bucks, 30 bucks, 60 bucks. And it's also the same as dollars. Okay?
Sorry. Sorry, sir. Buck is the Canada dollar or US dollar?
All Canada, US, Australia, New Zealand. Because the slang term for
Ah.
dollars would be bucks. So if
Yes.
you were going, if you were going to mention about dollars, that means it's a universal currency when it comes to this particular country. But if you were going to go there in Canada, in US, okay, in the US, in Australia and New Zealand, they usually use bucks instead of dollars. But the general term for that, they use money currency is dollars or dollars, okay? But if they were going to say it, they say it as bucks. Okay? So it's also the same, okay? It's also the same TUI. If let's say you are new there, they could also understand what's dollars, of course. But those who are there already, those who are a native Canadian, US citizen, Australian, New Zealander, they used to say it as bucks instead of dollars. Okay? But in the United Kingdom, in UK, in London, TUI, they call their money as pounds.
Pound.
And yes, and the term, the slang term for pound is quid. It's kid.
Ah.
20 pounds is equivalent to 20 kid.
Quid.
Yeah.
Quid.
Okay. So quid. So they call that one as quid. So if you happen to go there in London, okay, so do not be surprised if they were going to mention about quid. Okay? Because
Yeah.
quid is a slang term for the money in London or United Kingdom. Okay, Tao? Okay, very good. So do you have any questions so far with this, Tao, Atui?
No more question,
No
teacher.
more. Okay, let's proceed with this particular speaking activity in here. Now, look at this one. How are we going to ask about accommodation? Let's say, for example, if you are new to that particular place, how are we going to ask for accommodation? Okay. Anki here uses different expressions, A up to H, right? To get more information about accommodation. So put them in the table below. So we were going to put them in this table. Okay. The first one has been done for us. So making a general inquiry, that would be letter A. Why is it letter A? Because Anki is looking for a general inquiry. That means it's in general, it's all, okay? It's going to be bigger in scope. So that is general inquiry, right? Now, there are two expressions for each. Oh, so meaning for making general inquiry, two answers. Same with asking for more detailed information, two. Same for saying no, and two also for showing interest. Okay. So, what do you think would be the other expression that makes general inquiry to it? Okay, so 2, 4, 6, 8. So 2, 4, 6, 8.
B. Asking
Yes. Yes. So let's letter B also. So letter B also is making a general inquiry. So why is it making a general inquiry? Because she's asking for a recommendation somewhere in that particular place that wherein it's near central, okay? It's somewhere in central, okay? It's not in the province. That means it's near the bus, near the shops, near the hotels. So that would be somewhere that one. So it's in a general inquiry. Okay, next. What about in asking for more detailed information to it. Okay, she asked for a hotel, so that would be, she asked for an accommodation, so that would be general inquiry. But how you are going to ask for more detail?
Yeah, can you tell me more about that?
So what
The-
letter is that? Letter G, very good. What's the other one? Because we have two answers in here. Can you tell me more about that? So you
Yeah.
are inquiring more. You wanted to explain. You wanted him to explain more about that. Okay, that's correct. Okay, what else?
Mm,
What's
what is like?
Yes, because when you are going to say, oh, how does it like or what it's look like? Can you tell me more about that? Okay, so what's it like? Okay, so that would be letter D. Very good. Next, in saying no, what are those two expressions in saying no?
Thank you for me.
Okay,
Three.
it's
Letter
two.
C.
Yes, so that would be letter C, and the other one is
Mm,
letter.
King.
I'm not keen on sharing bedroom. The word not in
Yeah.
there. The word not, that means it's also no. So that would be letter E. Good. Next, the last one, showing interest.
Showing interest. That's sound interest.
Interesting.
Letter
Very
F.
good. So that's letter F and letter.
Could I have looked at it?
Yes. Okay. So since you are interested, so you have to look at it, right? So that means you are showing interest already because you wanted to look at that particular accommodation or room, right? Very good. Okay. Now, can we have to say this one too with feelings, emotions, and with proper stressing? Okay. Remember, if we have if it ends in a question, that means you are asking question. That means you need to raise your voice. Okay, number one, I'm looking for somewhere to stay.
I'm looking for someone to stay.
Good. Can you recommend somewhere central?
Can you recommend somewhere central?
It's too expensive for me.
It's too expensive for me.
What it's like?
What's it like?
I'm not keen on sharing bedroom.
I'm not keen on sharing a bedroom.
That sounds interesting.
That sounds interesting.
Can you tell me more about that?
Can you tell me more about that?
Could I have a look at it?
Would I have a look at it?
Wow, very good, Toy. You deserve a big hand for that, huh? Actually, you can be able to enunciate clearly, okay? I can hear you saying clearly, okay? I want you to keep that up, Toy, huh? Keep that up, please, okay? Don't forget that one, okay?
Yeah.
Okay, now let's try to do the second one. The sentences below are from exercise 1. It's in here, okay? So what we can do is replace the words in the italics. That means this one, expensive, sharing a bedroom, interesting. So we will be going to change that one, okay, with an expression from the box in here. Okay, so what do you think would be is that one? Like when we say, it's too expensive for me. So how do you change The word
It's too
expensive.
far. It's too far from the center.
Yes, okay. So you may say it's too far from the center. Okay, so aside from saying it's too expensive for me, so you may say also it's too far from the center. Okay, what about in letter B, Toy? I'm not keen on sharing a bedroom.
Cooking. I'm not keen on cooking my own breakfast.
Yes, so we can also replace this one with the words I'm not keen, okay, of cooking. Keen, sorry, it's a keen. Okay, keen of cooking my own breakfast. Okay, good. So you can also replace this one with this expression, right? When
Yeah.
we say keen, what do you think would be that one too? Would they say, I'm not keen on sharing a bedroom.
Yeah.
So keen can also be told as keen is also use. I'm not used, right? So that would be it. So I'm not used on sharing a bedroom, or I'm not comfortable. We can also say that I'm not also comfortable, okay, in in sharing or on sharing a bedroom, or I'm not used of cooking my own breakfast. I'm not comfortable of cooking my own breakfast. So that would be keen. Okay. Next, of course, the last one that sounds
That sounds really good.
very good. So that sounds really good. Okay. Now,
See, that's
that,
not that.
yeah, okay. So it's that.
See,
Okay. So that sounds really good. Okay, now look at this particular expressions in here, Toy, huh? Do you
Yeah.
think these particular expressions are also the same with letter A, letter B, letter C? When you say it's too expensive for me, so do you think when we say it's too far from the center is also the same with that? Actually not, right? Okay,
No.
because the first one, that means you cannot afford because that would be expensive.
No.
The second one, but remember, the words it's too can also be used with this particular expression. It's too far from the center. Aside from that, can we make another expression using it's too, something like that? It's too, what other, can you think of other sentence too that have, or that has it's too? Okay, let's say, for example, I'm going to give you a sentence for that. It's too it's too what is one? It's too late for me to approve your request, right? So we can also use this one, right? So that means it's too late. Okay, it's too late for me to approve your request. Or maybe if you are okay, let's say for example, you go to your boss and then you are asking for an approval of that particular paper of yours, that, oh boss, I have to take a break for a while, so I have to take a leave, or I have to take an off just for this week, right? Okay, but okay, the boss told you that, oh, I'm sorry, it's too late for me to approve your request.
Yeah.
Right? So we can also use for that. Oh, what else, Toy, aside from Aside from this one, can you please give me another sentence using it's too? So it's too late. Yeah. What is that? It's too.
So,
It's too far, it's too late, it's too expensive, it's
it's too
too,
cheap.
it's too,
It's too cheap for cheap,
it's too cheap.
expensive, and cheap
Okay,
for
like that.
me. For
So it's
me, buy
for me to buy. It's too cheap for me to buy
a handphone.
a
Handphone.
cell
Hand,
phone. Cell phone, right? Am I right?
handphone.
Cell phone, like that.
Handphone. Yeah.
Okay. So it's too cheap for me to buy a cell phone. Wow. So that means that means you can afford to buy not just only a cell phone, but you can afford to buy a tablet or a laptop.
Yeah.
It's too cheap for me to buy a cell phone. Wow.
Yeah.
So you are rich.
I am a rich person.
Yeah. Okay. But of course, that's also correct, huh? That would also be correct. It's too cheap, okay? Something like that. As you can see, those who are rich people, right? Ah, that's just only too cheap for me to buy a cell
Yeah.
phone. Okay, yuck. Something like that, right? Because I can buy the whole universe because very very what is a rich person. Okay, that would be correct too, huh? What about
Yeah.
when we say I'm not keen? So the words I'm not keen, can we use that one aside from I'm not keen on sharing a bedroom? I'm not keen of cooking my own breakfast. So what
I'm not
other?
keen. I'm not keen on sharing a bathroom.
Yes, I'm not keen on sharing a bathroom. Yeah, actually. Okay, that would be a personal thing. So you cannot share bathroom. It's yucky, right? Yeah. Actually, if you are what is one? If you are what is one? If you are going to travel somewhere, the most important thing, actually for me, the most important thing that I check first would be the bathroom. Yeah. I'm not very particular with the room for as long as the room is not messy, so it's okay for me. But the most important thing for me, Toy, is the
Yeah.
bathroom. Because
Yeah.
I don't know if you believe on me that I am taking a bath for 1 hour.
Oh, so long.
Yeah, that's why.
Only 10 minutes.
Yes, maybe if I have to in a hurry, but actually if I have to take a bath just only for that period of time, as if I'm not good, okay? I'm not comfortable with it, okay? That's
Yeah.
why I want to take a bath for 1 hour because
Oh,
I don't know, but I want that. I want to stay in the bathroom for 1 hour, and I
yeah.
use that. Okay, so that's just only my story. Okay, next. What about when we say that sounds really good?
That's a good idea.
Yes. So that sounds good idea. Very
Idea.
good. Okay. So we can also say that sounds a good idea. Okay, good. Or you can also say that that sounds familiar to me, right? Or you can say that sounds like new to me, right? You can also say that one. Or you can also say that sounds what is one? That sounds so relaxing, right? You can also say
Yes.
that one. So that sounds